This is episode 3 of the History, Myths, Legends, and Tales of the Chase in Doggerland and of the Chase in Exile, part 2 of The Great Project. John Perry, here again with Rue de la Rue Swans on behalf of the Chase in Exile, by order of the great, high, and humble Dogger. 8,000 years ago, by the Chase's reckoning, now confirmed by recent geoscience, more or less, the Storega landslide, Storega being Norwegian for the great edge, that is the boundary of Norway's continental shelf, finished what was left of Doggerland. The submarine cataclysm revealed by paleobathymetry was the equivalent of dropping a 100-foot tall rock with the surface area of Iceland into the North Sea, or, if you're stuck on the whole continental shelf idea, it's about the same as a 180-mile-long pantry cupboard collapsing and spilling every can of tomato paste ever packaged, plus every jar of mustard, sweet pickle relish, horseradish, plus all the sardines, smoked oysters, animal crackers, and mayonnaise. Imagine all that sliding suddenly, ineluctably into the ocean, narrowly missing your toe, and that's what made the 25-foot tall tsunami that ended habitable Doggerland for now, like I said, about 8 millennia. Many good dogs of the chase and a great number of their human friends were drowned that day. Some survived through luck, ingenuity, or sheer doggedness. Their descriptions, or at least a sort of aggregate description of the event and some of their individual stories, survive, though the panic and desperation that characterizes these tales make for melancholy telling. What does all of this have to do with the Great Project? I could hear you wondering. Rue de la Rue Swansor could smell you wondering. So I'll tell you without any further delay, even if leaving out some of the earlier story goes against my better judgment. We'll come back to how Doggerland became a marshy lowland, compromised and vulnerable before that woeful day. Doggerland has foundered. Doggerland is sunk and waterlogged. The immemorial haven of the chase is the cold and memory-haunted redoubt of turbinilla, boops, and porpoises. The great project is to raise it, lift it once more above the waves so that the chase in exile can at long last return to its ancestral territories, so the Thames and the Rhine may once again meet, so the primordial heart of Europe can beat again, so the great, high, and humble doggers to come, the heirs of my dear friends Wiley and Rue de la Rue Swansor, can resume their mild dominion, rebuild and renew, and revitalize the chase, even while expanding and deepening its connection with human friends, who are now fully aware, some of them at least, how misunderstood and underestimated dogs have been. It's a great story, however tragic, how Doggerland sustained a mortal injury, so to speak, and languished for many years. In the forest on the eastern shore of the deep lake at Doggerland's center lived many massive and ancient oak trees, together with their children and grandchildren, and of course all of the other leafy sorts one finds in any sylvan environment. In addition, several older and grander ones grew not far from where the ripples lapped the sand, and it was said that even the chase had no memory of their beginning, so perhaps the earth itself had been assembled around them. for all any of the dogs knew. Rue de la Rue Swans allows that they may have been 100 meters tall. Legend, she says, asserts that they were as tall as mountains, reached higher than almost any bird could fly, that the leaves from just these several venerable souls, when they fell in autumn, piled deep enough for dogs to sleep under them in perfect comfort, even on winter's coldest days. But that's all for now. Yep. And you know about the great project, or at least one crucial part of it, the project part. So, thanks for listening, and watch for episode 4 coming soon, when I'll talk about the sinking of Doggerland and the scoundrels who did it. This is John Perry for The Chase in Exile, by order of the great, high, and humble Dogger. Thanks again for listening.